Bars loaded below, lean, 245 kilos, 518 pounds. Let's go. Come on, Billy. When you get coached by the best, you live the top standards, live an easy opener. Easy opener. Flip is good. Whole fit is a high. Lift is good.
Yeah, there we go. Is that working now? Check, check, audio. Check, check. Nope. Yeah, I mean, we clearly have sound coming on the screen, but I don't know if it's going on the screen.
Test 1, 2, test, test.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Test, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know.
My headphones.
Test.
Yeah.
It's registering there.
Yeah, it's registering. Check, check, check. Test. We're having some technical difficulties. I hope I didn't make you drive out here for nothing.
Test, test.
If you did, yeah, I can hear through the headphones, but test, 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 check, check. We can. It's coming through the box. Like we can hear each other on our headphones, but it's not coming through the stream. We just can't seem to get it. Yeah, I get it. Let's go ahead. Yeah. I'll be right back. Like something. You're good. You're good. Just don't keep drinks by the stuff. Keep it over here. Yeah, so like. Oh. Wait, so I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear each other, but I don't think. What were you saying? Yeah, like we can hear each other talking. But
Yeah,
it's not.
but the stream can't
I don't
currently.
think it's coming through on stream. I'm not really sure, to be honest. We're both active, yeah. Megan said she heard us.
What'd you say?
Hold on. It might be working. Check. Audio check. Check, check, check. I think they can hear us. I think they can hear us, yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. They hear me swearing before. Maybe. Probably heard us trying to screw around. She's saying it's working. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Some technical difficulties with the audio. But I guess we can hear each other now.
All right, cool. We're live.
Yeah, we're just going to vibe.
Yeah.
Roll with it. So I'm here with Mike DeMeo, leader of the Spiders.
Yeah, you know.
Spider powerlifting coacher himself.
And I'm here with Nick Tadrick, handsome guy, pulls a lot of weight.
1,600 total specialist. We are here day 3, session 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Regionals 2024. We've already started. We're going to just roll with where we're at right now. We're on second attempt squats here for the 110 kilo boys, 242-pound weight class. We've got Khalil Zaki, 275 kilos on the bar, 606 pounds.
That's smooth.
That was a smooth squat. These big boys are capable of making big jumps.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The bigger the athlete, the bigger the jumps they could tolerate. More often than not, like you see most people in competition for squat, the standard jump for most guys for squat, the standard jump for most guys, like from 160 to 200 pounds, is like 10 kilos. Once you get above 100 kilos, like you start to see those 12 and a half, 15 kilo jumps on squat a little bit more frequently.
We have a big squat right now with Justin Cooper, 666 pounds on his second attempt. The number of the beast, as Gino would say. We do miss Gino, man.
Oh, they got Kevin, right?
We have Kevin as the MC. Kevin Papa.
Kevin's dope.
10%.
He's good at that. 110, huh?
He's
you
been,
know,
he's been here all weekend.
Has he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's been killing it.
You know, Team Spider's got a discount code for 110. If anybody watching from home needs to get a little stimmed up, Spider at checkout saves you 10%.
Or a really nice shirt.
Or a really nice shirt.
Justin Cooper smoking his second attempt, 666 pounds, but deemed a no lift.
Oh. Okay.
Most likely a depth call.
Yeah.
Or soft knees.
It looks like both. He had the red card on one, the blue card on the other, which is really unfortunate because, like, you know.
The strength was there clearly.
Huh?
The strength was there clearly.
Yeah. Ross Babineau coming up with 551 for his third attempt squat.
So again, if you are watching, you don't know that much about powerlifting, the squat, there's two commands. You get the squat and you get the rack command.
You ever see somebody pause?
Never seen anyone pause on squat on purpose. Ross coming out here, 250 kg, 551 on the bar. So again, to get the squat command, you have to unrack the bar within the minute. Your knees have to be locked, standing straight up, and you have to be upright. You cannot be too far leaned forward.
Yeah. People forget that too. During prep, you see a lot of people keep knees soft. You see a lot of people keep their hips behind them. I know the pre-hinge got really popular last year, and a lot of people were screwing themselves over by overly pre-hinging and not getting start commands on meet day.
That happened actually a lot in yesterday's sessions, but that was a good lift from Ross. Closing out of squats 3 for 3. Always a good feeling to go 3 for 3 on squat, the most nerve-wracking lift of the meet.
Yeah. Good momentum going into bench and like.
Can breathe a sigh
oh, yeah. Bilal's rallying the crowd right now.
Yeah, he is.
Love to see that.
Taking the same weight, 551.
He's a hammer forged athlete. Those guys are strong, man.
They got shooters.
Like I've never seen Bilal before, but I know he's going to be a dog today, just off of the fact that he's with them.
I mean, just in the previous session earlier, when our audio was clearly not working, y'all missed the best casting session ever, but that's okay.
Oh wow.
Bilal smoking his third. You missed George's performance in the morning session, also a hammer forged athlete, so they got shooters.
Yeah, they're everywhere, man. I think they're based out of what, PA?
Don't know where they're based out of. The coal forge mines of strength itself, who knows?
Yeah.
Manufactured from iron themselves. Those guys are freaks. Another 551 squat. Alex Reba, 250 kgs on the bar. A Team 2 lifter, 16, 17 years old.
Very popular number for today, 250.
Yeah.
About 250.
I don't think at 16, 17 I could even fathom loading this weight on a barbell and taking it.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And no trouble there. Alex,
2 to 1.
2 white lights, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
Unless you're in the other Fed. Then you need 3 and then 1 sometimes.
So yeah, we do have a jury table here for Mid-Atlantic Regionals that if you get 3 white lights, it's undeniable. They cannot take that away from you. That is your lift. If you get 2 white lights, that's good enough to get a passing lift. However, if the jury feels that the lift was not good, they can overturn it. Here comes Alex Jensen, 567 on the bar, 257.5 kilos. Open 110 competitor. I know Alex personally. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude. I ran into him 2 weeks ago at Resurgence. We caught up for like 10 minutes.
He himself actually coaches now, too. He's got a couple of really strong athletes under him.
Yeah, he was telling me that, too. Seems like he's doing pretty good at it, too.
Fatigue State, I believe, right? Fatigue State is the name of his coaching.
Yeah. Here's Alex.
Shout out to Alex and Fatigue State. Let's see it.
No denying depth there.
Blasted it.
Yep.
He's
About as good as it
fired up.
gets.
3 white lights. He's feeling it. We love to see a homie win like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of 3 for 3 performances so far too, which you really like to see going into bench. Where bench, it's pretty easy to protect your momentum.
Yes.
It's much harder to gain it on squat because a lot more could go wrong. But as long as you go into bench, you're 3 for 3, and you protect that momentum, you can have some really, really great deadlifts.
And the thing too is, you know, on squat, missing a third squat or a second squat, you know, and missing it on strength can really put you in a fatigued state.
Oh.
Put you in a position where it may actually impact your bench and deadlift for the rest of the day. But Gideon seems unfazed by missing his second. He's loading 600. He means business. Strong on the unrack here. Very smooth squat. See what the judges say on this one. 2 to 1. Lift is good. Securing that 600-pound squat, a milestone for a lot of lifters. Don't worry, Mike's just enjoying some food right now. That Starbucks run, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's why I was fashionably 5 minutes late.
No, it's fine. We weren't sure if the audio was working.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Yep. It's been a fun weekend of figuring out if the audio is working or not.
And for the last session of the last day, they got it.
Hey, it worked yesterday. Come on, a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah?
A little bit, yeah. We were all right. Khalil coming in 633 for his third squat. He hits this, he goes 3 for 3 for a perfect squat day. 287.5 kilos on the bar. Got the gold shoes. I love that. Is he wearing sunglasses right now? This is the coolest lifter I've ever seen. He's still cool. It's okay. Respect. Still got 2 out of 3. Solidified at over 600 squat. Gives him a good position for bench and deadlift. Justin Cooper.
Wait, was that him?
Going up 2.5 kilos.
Oh, I see. Oh wow. So,
Oh, here we go. And
do
now
you
it's
remember if
gonna-
he?
there we
Do
go.
you remember if he missed? Let's see. He missed his second here. Did he miss on depth? Oh, he got the soft knee and the depth call.
So I think it was soft knee and depth call on both sides.
He's betting that those extra 2.5 keys are going to push the depth a little bit lower on that one side.
Maybe. And that's some lifters, I think I talked about this yesterday too, some lifters have that bias where one hip is a little higher. And so
Yeah,
they
I'm one
kind
of
of
those
bank
too.
on that 2 to 1 lift on squat.
Definitely. So he's probably just going to try to really sell that one lock knee on that one side.
He looked pretty comfortable under his second, so this shouldn't take too much out of him, set him up for a really good bench and deadlift after. Let's see it.
All right, Justin Cooper getting set, taking his time, using the clock.
This is a big squat too. Like we're just right off the rip, going right to almost 700-pound squats here on the first
Yeah, this
play.
is.
These are the big boys.
Gets the brace. Oh, fights through. I think that was a good one.
Yeah, that looked good.
There you go. Good lift for Justin Cooper, 672, 305 kilos.
Pops off, walks off. Nice job, man. So since we were having some audio issues earlier, I couldn't really bring us in, but today, day 3, session 2, these are the big boys, the 110 kilo weight class, the 125, the 140, the big boys. You know, we're talking 240 pounds, 270 pounds, 300 pounds. There is no limit.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest, the biggest, the strongest here.
Yeah, these guys, you're going to see a lot of big weight lifted today. And this is what, flight A?
That was flight A, and we saw an
Jesus.
almost 700-pound squat. But now we're going on to flight B here. Evan Thompson, a guest in the 125, taking 352 pounds, 160 kgs on the bar.
When you see somebody lifting as a guest, more often than not, it means they did not make their weight class that they had signed up for.
Correct. They can still register a total, but they are not opted in to get any awards or placings. DeFalco, our master lifter today, age 50 to 59.
I think I'm going to wait till he comes out here.
Might recognize him?
I might recognize him from, no, never mind.
Loading
I competed with all the Masters guys at Nats. I was on their platform, and everybody was named Mike, and I'm not kidding. Like, it was back to back to back. It was like 5 of us.
It was the Mike show, dude.
Yeah.
But for Mike DeFalco here, he is loading 386 pounds on the bar, 3 reds. Here he comes, Masters lifter. Age is just a number, guys. You could be any age, load some weight on the bar, and throw down with everybody, and have a good time doing it.
Looks strong on the unrack. A little while to get that start command.
Telling him to re-rack the bar.
Maybe his knees were soft.
He was having some soft knees there. Head ref's letting him know. He still has about 30 seconds to get that squat command. So each lifter has 1 minute. They have to just get the start command or squat command within that minute, and they'll be just fine.
Oh, yeah. Nice and smooth. Strength was not the issue there.
Perfectly executed squat there. 3 white lights.
It is pretty common to see older guys or guys with knee troubles to train with mostly soft knees at lockout. That's a habit that's pretty hard to kick. So.
Also, those inserts don't help.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't. They don't.
They help in other ways, but they definitely don't help on the soft knees.
Yeah.
The very stiff sleeves, it's very hard to lock those legs out. So Matthew Satani Hennick. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Matthew coming out on his first squat, 430 pounds, 195 kilos, open 125 kilo weight class.
Lots of familiar faces here today, which we love to see. I always really like these meets at Berkeley Heights, this hotel. It feels like it's usually just a gathering of all the Jersey people plus
yeah.
whoever's around.
Jersey lifters go hard every time there's a meet around, especially a John D'Alessio meet.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if looking at the stats that Atlantic Regionals, for Mid-Atlantic Regionals, it's mainly the Jersey lifters, but...
Nice, smooth opener for Matt, 429.
He's a tall guy. He's got a long way down. 3 white lights.
What do you think he deadlifts?
More than probably his squats? Yes, I'd be correct looking at his opener. Daryl Foster, 480 pounds, roughly, 217.5 kilos on the bar for his opener, 125 kg weight class. As I've been saying all weekend, even earlier when our audio wasn't working, you open light, you'll be all right.
I like that.
That's it.
I don't know how I've never heard that one.
Somebody probably said it, but I'm taking credit for it. So
Yeah.
if you start seeing it flood social media, just know you heard it here first from me. Open light, you'll be all right.
Yeah. There's really, there's no glory in RP aiding an opener.
Absolutely not.
I actually saw that happen yesterday. I was at a meet.
That's true. You handled all day yesterday.
Yeah, I was in a PA meet yesterday. PA meeting Pennsylvania, not those other guys.
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania meet, and one of the guys who was super strong, there was no doubt about that, he opened with 501, and he missed it on, I believe, depth, and it was like RP 9.
Uh-oh.
So it's like, what do you do there? Like, you have to hope you could do it again to depth. He managed to do it, but it's just like, you could tell that sapped his strength for bench,
Yep.
and it sapped his strength for deadlift for no real reason at all.
Daryl had nothing to worry about there because he smoked 217.5 kilos easy. I mean, you're a coach. You've handled plenty of people. In that situation, when you're designated opener, you've got a plan. The athlete opens. It looks a little heavy. There's no room to go. Do they retake it?
On a miss like that?
Yeah, always retake it, or do you go up?
It really, you have to know the individual to know that. Like, I'll shout my boy Ron out real quick. Ron Beedling. He's somebody who I've had miss an opener and then go up right after and be fine, because, when it's on depth and it is a little bit difficult, that 5 to 10 pounds really doesn't feel like anything to them.
True.
And they might get up enough for that because it's a little bit heavier. They might try that much harder.
Yeah, put them in the right mindset.
Put them in the right mindset, not like I have to take my opener again, all shucks.
And lose momentum.
Yeah.
Marcel Mazzara. Hopefully I got your name right there, buddy. 501 pounds, 227.5 kilos. Starting off with a 500 squat.
Oh.
Buries it.
No doubt about that depth there.
Well, let's see. I've been wrong before. 3 white lights. Awesome. That's one of the mistakes I've been making a lot as a caster is calling it before I see the lights.
I do that sometimes. I know Gino has a bad habit of doing that. How many times have you heard him like, and that lift is good? Oh.
You know what, though? At the end of the day, in my heart, if Gino says my lift is good, then my lift is good.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
I was at a meet one time where Gino was emceeing, and one of my lifters missed on like a technicality or whatever. And he was pretty bummed about it. And Gino came up to us in the warm-up room. He goes, "Hey, man, between you and me, that was nonsense. That was a good lift."
He's a real one. Sometimes you get a good ref call. Sometimes you get a bad.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's part of the game. You can't complain. But Gino saying that was all the confirmation we needed that day.
Of course. Brandon Morale, a Hammer Force athlete, smoking 518 for his first.
Nice and smooth, man. That's a squatter right there. That's a squatter right there. He's built for it.
Hammer Force got shooters, man. They got shooters.
Ryan O'Connor, 252.5. That's 556.7 pounds. He's competing in the 110 division.
Yep. So again, may have been 100 kilo, missed weight. That's okay. Can still come out, throw down, have a good time. The pressure's off, Ryan. Time to send it. A lot of really, really strong lifts this morning. Right off the rip, man.
So regionals, did they keep that handicap for the totals for Nats this year?
I am not 100% sure because I'm thinking about next year's qualifying totals. And
oh my God!
Wow. He went to the basement on that opener.
That was a great squat, man.
Yeah.
You see him kind of like shaking a little bit, which leads me to believe maybe he cut and like
Just
assuming he cut because he missed weight, but maybe he cut and that's taking a toll on him. But that first squat's out of the way. He could worry a little bit less now and maybe chip that by like 2.5 or 5 kilos.
Yeah, and honestly, the kilos on meet day just feel heavier.
Oh, yeah.
They always do. Doesn't matter how hard you train in the gym, they always feel heavier on meet day.
You could train on the exact rack. You could train in the hotel, and it's not going to feel that good. Like, it's just something about it. The gravity on that platform's different.
Evan Thompson coming out, second attempt here, 380 pounds, 172.5 kilos. Guest lifter for the 125 kilo weight class.
Big Maku's here. Adelante Barbell Club.
Shout out to Adelante Barbell Club. Yes, the audio's working. The most legendary casting session ever this morning, and nobody could experience it. It's a real shame.
Yeah, that's
also
super
a shame,
unfortunate.
Unfortunately, is Evan just missed that lift on depth, I believe. 2 red lights. I got a lot of practice in though. I was talking to myself.
You're in a good flow right now.
I'm in a flow state.
Dude, like, I remember when I would commentate with Ron, or when I did that one time.
Yes,
I did 2 sessions, but Ron did 1.
Oh, yeah.
I believe. Something like that. There was a meet where I commentated 2. The first one I was like getting warm, and then in the second one, dude, it was like a whole different person.
Letting it rip.
Yeah.
Just letting it rip. Yeah. It's probably Ron's fault anyway. If there was any mishaps, most likely Ron's fault. Matthew Satani Hinnick, 446 pounds. I'm just kidding, Ron. You're a homie. 202.5 kilos on the bar.
Looks like a shorter flight. I'm surprised that he's back up again.
Yeah, these flights are going to move quick. We only have about 14 lifters, I believe, in the second session here.
Quite hard, especially as a bigger guy, to hit all 3 squats. Bench you could kind of get away with maybe. Oh, yeah.
Pushes
with
through.
Short time in between.
Nice job. Oh,
did he?
Red lights.
Wait, what? Was that a command? I think he jumped the rack command.
I was going to say depth because usually 2 side judges means depth, but looks like he jumped the rack command.
Yeah, I think I believe the red card is depth. The yellow is like a command.
Yeah, he jumped the rack command, yeah. So again, folks, with squatting, you have your squat command and your rack command. After you finish the squat, you cannot start to rack the bar until the head ref says to rack it. Even if you make the lift successfully to depth, if you don't follow the calls from the head ref, you will get a red light on the lift.
You see that a lot on the bench press.
Yes.
People are way more relaxed when it comes to like hitting a bench rep, throwing it back in the rack. And you pair that up with an RPE 9, RPE 10, third attempt, and all that excitement, you see a lot of people fumble that rack command.
Mike DeFalco coming out, 20 kilos up from his opener. Big jump here to his second.
Solid. He had no trouble at all with that opener. If he could just get those knees really convincingly locked, he should have no trouble at all here.
Yep, gets the start command and squat command. Blasts it out of the water.
Think he's taking 5 next?
Well, he got 2 red.
Oh. Wait, what did he miss on?
So it looks like one ref called for depth and the other ref called for missing the rack command.
Send it, Big Mike. Put 5 on there. You got it.
I think he's got it.
You came here to do it. You should do it. That's my opinion.
Daryl Foster, 237.5 kilos, 523 pounds for his second squat attempt.
Yo, he jumped.
He did. he said load it.
Let's go, Mike.
All right, Daryl.
You got it.
Bar's loaded. He's just making sure.
It's a large gentleman right there.
Making a 20-kilo jump. So as you said before, like the bigger guys, right? It's more normal to see these 20-kilo, 15-kilo, like larger jumps from first to second. Whereas if you in the morning sessions of yesterday with the lighter weight lifters, much more conservative jumps, even on squat and deadlift. These big guys can move weight; they can afford to do it. But also, as you said before, pointing out those much less amount of rest time between attempts here, as the flight's moving at lightning fast speed here. Yep. Doesn't bother Daryl. He's unfazed. Smokes it. Good lift.
Nick, do you have a meet in mind that you've ever done where the rest time between attempts was really hamstringing you?
Yes. My very first meet, which was in 2020 during the pandemic, and I had, I think, 5 lifters in my flight.
Was that here?
That was here at the Embassy Suites.
The Gobbler?
No. This was States in 2020, I believe.
But this was the States that was in like November.
Yep.
Yeah, I was here for that. That's funny. That was your first meet?
That was my very first meet.
Damn, I'm unked, bro. That's crazy. So old. We're the same age, but in powerlifting, I'm 45, man.
The powerlifting age is different. Marcel coming out 523 pounds, 237.5 kilos. And I will say that meet with the 6 lifters, it moved insanely fast.
My brother was a part of that. I was handling him that day. I think he was a 230 or 240, whatever the weight class was at the time.
Up 105 probably, at the time.
Yeah, that was a quick competition.
That threw me through a whip right there. Anyway, Marcel coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Maintains really good position out of the hole. Trusting his technique, 3 white lights.
Yeah. And it looks like
undeniable.
From his first to second attempt, he jumped 10 keys. Probably another 5 here would make the most sense.
Yep.
But sometimes you deal with a dog and they could take another 10 on the chin, you know?
Yeah, man, you got a junkyard dog on the leash.
Oh, yeah.
Let him rip.
Like, they thrive in these environments.
Brandon Morale, Hammerford strength athlete, open 125 lifter, coming out taking 545 for his second attempt on squat, 247.5 kilos.
Dude, I said it once, I'm going to say it again. This guy is built to squat a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And, like, if he hasn't squatted over 6, he will real soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, just off of his build.
His trajectory is only up from here. Let's see it, Brandon. Beautiful squat.
Nice.
Let's see what the judges say.
Let's see.
2-1.
Very good. He had a depth call on one side. Let's see if that affects him going into the third, affects his attempt selection going into the third.
Could be, again, one of those situations where one hip just sits a little higher. Because I think he got a red on his first one, too, for the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you have that higher hip, and as long as you trust your technique, you don't try to change anything.
Right.
you could get away with that. I did the same thing.
Two.
Yeah. I
Ryan
did the same thing at
O'Connor.
Nats. It was a good time. I got a red on every attempt.
Yeah, but it was a consistent red.
Yeah, it was the left side.
It's all good.
You got it, boss. I'm too high on this side. I'm going to continue to be too high on this side.
Ryan O'Connor, bottom of the flight, second attempt squat, 578, creeping up to that 600-pound deadlift.
Oh, he took a pretty big jump for the first attempt.
This man buried his first. Shout out to spotters and loaders, making sure lifters are safe. Good attempt by Ryan there.
Being a taller guy, he just got pitched forward almost immediately out the hole, and you cannot recover from that.
Yeah.
More often than not.
The kilos on meet day are out to get you. They are trying to push you forward on every squat attempt. For some lifters, it can be a shock too.
Huh?
For some lifters, it can be a shock.
Oh, yeah.
How much it's pushing forward.
Yeah, you pair that with, like, if you cut a little bit.
Yep.
You pair that with, like, if you're coming from out of state, staying at a hotel, you're not sleeping as well. It doesn't matter who you are. Just all these little factors.
A lot of variables, but all lifters try to control as much variables as possible. Evan here trying to control his own fate. 402 pounds on the bar, cracking the 400-pound squat here.
No trouble at all there.
Six it, let's see. Oh, he's hyped up. 3 white lights, earned it, undeniable. He's fired up.
Big shout out to our spotters and loaders, man, making sure everybody's safe and making sure these weights are being loaded in an efficient manner.
And these people are volunteering their time to do this to make sure that the lifters have a good experience, right? So
yeah,
a lot of people make a meet like this run smooth. It takes a what's the term?
Oh,
Takes an army, a city, I don't know.
something like that.
Something like that. It takes a gathering of people.
Takes a bunch of powerlifters to make the platform.
Oh my God, Matthew Satani. Hennick coming out, 202.5, opting to retake the second.
So he's retaking 202.5. I forget what the first one was. Was it strength?
I don't think it was on strength. Might have been rack command depth.
Oh, it was the command.
We've had a couple of those today.
It looked like he may have jumped that one too on the start. Hopefully not.
3 white lights.
Oh, there you go. Thank God.
Undeniable.
He just had a pretty pronounced pre-hinge. It looked like he was ready to go before the start.
That's a key too, is that if you are a lifter who favors that forward lean and wants to hinge for your squat, make sure to do the hinge after getting the squat command. That way you guarantee that you actually get the command.
Yeah.
You hinge a little early, they might make you hold it and then re-rack it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the judges are human too. So, biases and if they think they see something, like that's it. Like you're done for. So better to just eliminate that chance. Big Mike DeFalco, 215, 10-kilo jump. He had some depth problems.
Move here, going up 10 kilos.
Oh yeah.
Controls it all the way down.
That looked low enough to me. Let's see it.
2 to 1.
2 white lights, all you need.
Let's go, Mike.
That was smooth. It looked like he was good for 485 plus today, based on that.
Marcel Mazzara looking to close out squats and go 3 for 3, loading up 534 pounds, 242.5 kilos.
How many flights are there?
2 flights.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So we're done with squat in
Yep.
a couple minutes. That's crazy how fast this meet's going.
This afternoon session is very short. It'll move quick.
Run a nice tight ship here at these Delesio
if you
meets.
think that this is going to go fast, just wait till deadlifts. Deadlifts are going to be over in a blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah. You either could pick it up or you can't. There's no grind half the time.
Pretty much. All right, Marcel. Going 3 for 3 on squats, setting yourself up for a good day here.
7 or 5 kilo jump. 5 kilo jump there.
Yep, 7.5 up. I think 5, anywhere from 5 to 10 kilos to the third for these bigger guys is a very good call from second to third squat. It's a safe call. Because again, you could probably agree with this as a coach, right? You don't want your lifter to go absolute RP 10 on the third squat.
No, not unless that's their bread and butter and like their deadlift stinks.
Like they have nothing to gain from it.
Oh my God, he's a dog! Stand up!
Oh!
Stand up!
Oh!
Dude,
I
I was about to stand up.
was about to stand up too, Marcel. Way to fight, man. So much heart. I'm sure the audio sounded great with me.
Oh,
making
yeah,
noises
sorry,
like
guys.
that. Yeah.
I'm grunting and talking about standing up. I'll take the headset off for the next one.
Sometimes as commentators we forget that, we're also kind of in the crowd. We just want to enjoy the hype too.
Oh, yeah. This makes me want to train so bad.
It's all right. He got 2 out of 3 squats. Plenty of room to play on bench and dead for Marcel. He definitely has the heart of a fighter for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully that does not zap him a little too hard for deadlifts.
I don't think so.
Hopefully he's got a bunch of pretzels and
and
electrolytes in the back. Snack on in between attempts.
Daryl Foster, 540 pounds, 245 kilograms for his 3rd squat. Hoping to go 3 for 3 here. 7.5 kilos up from his 2nd attempt.
Let me take off my pants.
Yeah. This is on. Shout out to Evan Zhang.
Evan's a little unhinged and based. Awesome job by Daryl. We are not responsible for anybody in the background blindsiding our mics.
No, not at all.
This stream is not rated E for everyone.
Shout out to Evan.
This is a Call of Duty matchmaking lobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, Modern Warfare 2.
We keep it clean. Great squat by Daryl, closing out. 3 for 3. Love to see it.
Brandon, 556, 252 and a half kilos. 5 up from his 2nd attempt.
Hammerforge has been making good calls all weekend long.
They're good for that, man.
Yep.
Like, top notch.
Really good meet day handling and coaching from them. This man is built to squat, as you say, so let's see it.
What I really like about Hammerforge too is they're definitely a developmental type of coaching team, or a developmental type of team, meaning like you very rarely see them get a lifter that's like super established already and then make them way better. Like they take anybody and turn them into a good lifter, a solid lifter, and then you get guys like Lance, for example, that just explode.
Love Lance. He was emceeing this morning's session.
Oh, beautiful fight! Perfect. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's like a perfect 3rd attempt. Oh my God.
In our hearts, it was good, man.
As far as like attempt selection goes, you can't do better than that.
So that was 2 reds. Coach is going to go over to the jury table and just see. Now again, folks, if you get 2 white lights and 1 red light, the jury can overturn it as a no lift. However, on the flip side, if you get 2 reds and one white light, your coach handler can go to the jury table to attempt to overrule it as a good lift. But it looks like that the lift is going to stay as a no lift for Brandon. Little unfortunate.
Oh.
Still had a good squat session.
Ryan's retaking his 2nd. See if he could stay a little bit more upright on this one.
So he missed his 2nd on strength. Let's see if he can summon the demons here for 578.
Gets that start command.
Just looks like a little too much on the day.
Yeah. Shout out to the spotters, keeping him safe. It's not lightweight at all. Like, we look at it as powerlifters and we're like, 550 something, cool.
Yep.
But it's 550 something pounds. That's a lot of weight to catch.
All right, so that will do it for squats for the afternoon session for day 3. We're going to take a short break, about 10 minutes, and then we're going to move on to bench. Everybody's least favorite lift of the 3. Right, Mike?
Speak for yourself, brother.
Least favorite.
Yeah, no, can't relate. If I could bench right now, I would.
Mike's got a big bench.
No, I don't. I just like to do it.
Anyway, we'll be back shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere. Grab a snack, grab some water, and we'll see you soon.
far as like training goes.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Mid-Atlantic Regionals, Day 3, Session 2. Starting off with the bench press here. Alex Jensen opening up the flight. 314 pounds, 142.5 kilos on the bar. Love Alex, great dude. Had himself a great day on squats. Went 3 for 3. Going to carry that momentum into bench.
Protect that momentum at all costs.
Absolutely.
Giant triceps on Alex.
He does have big triceps. Let's go, Alex.
And they're being worked exactly how they need to be. That was insanely fast.
That was very fast. But again, opening light, keeping the momentum, right?
Yeah.
Plenty of room to go from there. And the lift is good.
You know what they say, right? Open light, you'll be all right.
I'm saying.
I just made that up right now.
Excuse me. What do you mean you just made it up?
Yeah, dude, I just made it up.
Weird. Must have heard it from somebody a lot smarter.
Nah, I don't think so. Better looking, definitely.
Oh, come on. Bilal.
And smarter.
Oh, Jesus. Bilal coming out 145 kg, 319 pounds. So here's the thing, right? We were talking about this a little bit yesterday, and we were talking about it in the morning when no one heard us. What is your 315? Is it 2 reds and a green at 319 here, or was it the previous 142.5, which is actually 314 pounds?
It's this.
It's this, right? This is the 315.
This is the 315 kilos, 100%.
You heard it here.
See, me personally, I wish they would just throw the pounds on for like attempts like this.
That'd be cool.
Like if it was 315, like bro, just or 319, just put the 3 pounds on there.
That'd be cool.
Same with 225.
Just like convert it immediately.
Yeah,
to pounds.
like the way you could pick a rack height and you could pick, all that. Hey man, like I would like my bench loaded on pounds, please.
Well, so what I've been doing is I've been trying to give the LA Fitness equivalent, like as they load the weight, because maybe somebody doesn't realize like what all these reds and yellows and greens are supposed to be.
No, it's
Even
smart.
though I am saying the weight in pounds in the freedom units, right?
Yeah.
It gives perspective. It's for this, right? 155 kilos, 340 pounds. This is roughly 3 plates, a 10 on the side, and a 2.5 on the side.
I actually really like that, especially like the people that are watching that, like, dude, I powerlift competitively. Whoa, man, jeez. Powerlift competitively. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
And I still look at the kilos sometimes, and I'm like, what is that?
Exactly. Because, we all start out with commercial gyms, right? Just starting out with the pound plates. Alexander Reba here. Now, on bench press, it gets really technical. There's a lot that a lifter has to pay attention to. It's not just press weight off chest, put weight back, right?
I don't know. I kind of like that.
That would be cool. You got 2 reds. You missed the rack command. So as I was saying, right, the lifter has to focus on many things going on with the bench. So for the bench press, you have to maintain contact with the bench with your butt, your upper back, and feet flat on the ground. Once you've maintained contact there, you can choose to do a self-unrack, or you can have one of our designated spotters provide these lift-off for you. Once you've unracked the bar, your elbows have to be fully locked out in order to get that start command. Ross up here now, 363 on the bar, your equivalent of 3 plates and a 25, 165 kg. So once you get that start command from the head judge, you have to bring the bar to your chest, and the bar has to come to a complete stop. As demonstrated here by Ross, right as the bar came down, perfect pause in the chest, got the press command from the head ref, completed the lift to a fully locked out position.
A lot of people miss that too on
and then
the.
got the rack command.
A lot of people miss the whole thing that you just said about getting the bar to be motionless at the chest.
Yes.
Like sometimes you'll see people get a 3 or 4 second press command. They'll be down there for a long time with that bar on their chest, but it's because they're bobbing around. And they'll think, the solution to this is to just train with longer pauses. And honestly, it just reinforces that bad habit of having motion at the chest.
Right, and there's a little nuance there too. Justin Cooper here coming out, 375, 170 kg. There's a little nuance there too with the fact that, some lifters benefit from a soft touch. And again, lifters, by soft touch I mean that the bar barely touches the chest, becomes motionless almost instantaneously, and they usually get a faster press command. It takes a lot of control, a lot of focus, and especially with heavier weights, a lot harder to do. You've got 300, 400 plus pounds over your face.
That was a fast 374 by Justin Cooper.
Very fast by Justin. Some lifters, especially bigger lifters, opt to do more of a sink into chest, and that's totally fine too. So if you're benching and the bar sinks into your chest, as long as the bar doesn't continually go down from the press command, you can finish the lift and get 3 whites on that.
What do you like to do as far as bench goes?
I'm soft touch. I think I prefer having more control.
Yeah.
Khalil Zaki coming up, 407, 185. Again, having the sink bench, it opens you up to that wobble and getting a longer press command, which can be a lot harder to deal with on meet day.
Yeah. Khalil, 407. That's 4 big plates.
This is 405 in the gym. Your 4-plate date. Easy opener for Khalil.
Is there a rule against the dreads touching the floor and
No,
assisting with
so.
dread drive?
I don't think so. 3 white plates. At least he looks good with the sunglasses on.
Hell
man.
yeah.
We got a big bencher in the flight. Gideon coming out opening at 430 pounds.
Coached by Max Heller from Iron Rev. Shout out to Max.
Yeah, yesterday he was handling somebody, and he did not coach them. So I had to make that very clear.
Ah, okay.
He is not coaching that lifter. He is coaching this lifter.
Yeah.
Let's go, Gideon.
429.
430 pounds.
Oh. So he jumped the start command. He hit the rep very easily.
Yep.
Me personally, I'm having him go up.
Yeah, that looked really easy. Definitely not a strength issue, just a technicality. Could definitely make a small jump. You say if you were in Max's shoes, you were coaching, you would probably make a smaller jump.
Honestly,
No, you just go.
if it was like, I don't know Gideon all that well, but I have had conversations with him before.
Yep.
And for Gideon, I would have him jump a full 10 kilos after
Don't
that
even
attempt.
worry about it. Brush it
Yeah,
off,
just
go
send
for
it.
Yep. Like you
But
said, some lifters, it's their bread and butter.
yeah, but 9 out of 10 times I wouldn't have them jump that big. I'd have them jump pretty small, but Gideon, I
even-
think, could take a bigger jump.
Or even retake it, right?
Yeah.
Depending. Yeah. Bilal, 152.5 kilos, 336 pounds, hammer forge strength athlete, competing in the open 110 kg category. Maybe I should just have you handle me in my next meet. You're a real full-sended guy. I like that. I need it.
Hey, man, you know I'm here for him, so I'll it's funny, yesterday I got some practice too.
Perfect
DeAndre,
lift by Bilal. Sorry to interrupt you.
great
That was a
lift by Bilal.
Yeah.
Alex Jensen about to take 336. If it goes anything like his opener, I mean, that third attempt could be nice today.
Right, 10-kilo jump on bench again, I was talking about this too, like with bench, it feels like the golden ratio, like the safest bet is 5 kilos than 2.5 kilos.
Yeah,
But taking a 10-kilo jump on your opener looks like that, I think is totally a smart call. And again, bigger guy,
absolutely.
bigger bench. So this should be no problem for Alex. 336 pounds, 152.5 kilos on the bar.
I had some practice yesterday with like full sending and having it work out with DeAndre at his meet.
Your athlete did really well, went 9 for 9. So
He
kudos
killed
to
it,
him.
man.
Yep.
Let's see what Alex has right here. And again, it moved
Too
just
easy,
like his opener.
Alex. Put some weight on the bar.
Man,
3
load
white
that blue.
lights.
Put that blue on there, player. Good for it.
Alex is a really hard worker, man. I love to see him get wins like this.
But yeah, DeAndre on his second squat is shaking like a leaf, man. Like a lot of jerking around, a lot of just like, you could tell it was hard for him. And he goes like this. He's giving me like the neck cut thing after his squat. He's like, dude, like I can't take another one. I'm like, man, shut up and add these 5 keys.
Yep.
And he RPE aided it. RPE 8
And that's the thing is lifters trusting in their technique and trusting their coach.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do know your lifter better than the lifter because they're a little emotional on meet day.
Yeah.
We have Alexander Reba coming in, second attempt here, 370 pounds. He opted to go up from his opener, missed his opener, I believe on a technicality, not on strength. So let's see if he can lock this in.
Team 2, man, benching 369.
16 to 17 years old, 370-pound bench is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Light work for Alex.
What was your bench when you were 17?
Not that. 15 pounds maybe? 3 white lights.
I remember like a plate was a huge flex back then. It's like, yeah, man, I bench a plate for like 3, and I bounce it off my chest, and my ass is 3 feet in the air.
Yeah,
but
freshman year of high school. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I was just saying, kids are just built different now.
Yeah.
Ross Babinu, 380 pounds, loaded on the bar for his second. 172.5 kilos here. Competing in the open 110 kg division.
Beautiful second attempt.
Pretty smooth. Had good control of it. 3 white lights.
What I like, too, is he employs a self-unrack, which I feel like not enough people do.
It's starting to become more popular, though.
What's that?
I think it's starting to become more popular, the self handoff.
Okay, yeah. I think it deserves to be more popular, you know? Like, it's just one more thing that's in your control.
Yeah.
And if you could almost replicate that every time and make it a part of your setup and a part of your technique, you'll only be better off.
Justin Cooper coming out just shy of 400 pounds, 180 kilos on the bar, 396 pounds. Setting himself up, if he hits this comfortably, to scrape over that 400-pound benchmark. 400-pound bench is a milestone for a lot of lifters, especially in competition.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
He's jumping another 10, I bet.
Looking super easy for Justin. 3 white lights.
That was gorgeous.
Making it undeniable, both his first and second bench. Now we have Khalil Zaki. 195 kilos being loaded for a second attempt, 430 pounds. His first opening bench looked really easy.
Yeah.
It should be no problem. A nice 10-kilo jump.
Here comes Khalil. Yes, this is a really impressive bench, too. Like, he's not short-limbed. Like, this guy is tall. That bar's got to move quite a bit.
And, I mean, I'm just peeking at the lifting cast, and he has a deadlift in the back pocket for sure. This will be a fun meet to watch for him at the end. Oh, you going to spoil it for everybody? Let's go, Khalil.
Yes, sir.
Off the chest, nice and strong, pushes through the sticking point.
He scared me a little bit right there at the top. You could kind of see him want to rack it, and then he caught himself.
But got 3 white lights, good lift.
3 whites, that was beautiful, man. Shout out to Khalil.
You know, these lifters are lifting 400-plus pounds over their face, and they have to worry about controlling it all the way through and getting those commands. Even if bench is your bread and butter, it's definitely the harder of all 3 lifts, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Especially to lift to the standard.
Yeah, so here's Gideon with the full jump. That's 12 and a half over his second. So he should have no problem.
Smoked his opener. Was not an issue on strength. Just jumped the rack command. So for here, he's going to jump to 457 pounds, 207.5 kilos. This is close to about 4 plates and a 25 on each side in your commercial lot for the LA fitness enthusiasts out there. Let's see it, Gideon. Light work for Gideon.
Sometimes all you got to do is lock in.
3 white lights.
He locked in for the 3 commands. That was fast for 450, man.
Yep.
Let's see what he takes next. I wouldn't be surprised if he loaded something like 463 or 474.
Just, build that total, keep the momentum rolling.
That is a lot of weight to have in your hands, guys.
It's a big bench. We're back to the top of the flight, though, with Bilal. Finishing out his bench. Already hit his first and second. 160 kgs being loaded, 352 pounds. If he hits this, he'll be 6 for 6. He's hyping up the crowd, making noise. Here we go.
Bilal taking his time on the setup.
Has a bit of a closer grip, too, it looks like. Can't really tell from the angle here, but he might have readjusted his grip. All right, I see it below.
Oh, wow.
Finishes, locks it out.
3 whites.
Love to see it going 6 for 6 so far, having a great meet day.
That was, honestly, in my opinion, a perfect third attempt, too.
Yep.
Like, any more, I think he would have lost it at the chest. It looked like he was kind of losing one side and was able to recover, so big shout out to him.
And that's
for
the thing,
getting
too,
through
is
that.
that, like, you know, a lot of lifters really test their might and their mental to be able to push through, like, position changes like that. Having the dog in them, as they say, to muscle it through. Some lifters got it, some lifters don't. Here's Alex, finishing up his bench day, 160 kilos, 352 pounds. So far, also having a great meet, going 3 for 3 on squats. He hits this, he goes 3 for 3 on bench, too.
Alex with a very methodical setup. Each one looks exactly the same, and that's exactly what you want as a lifter, as a coach, to just have something so repeatable. It's a quick press command.
Just lost it at the sticking point. Good fight, though, Alex. Good attempt.
Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Fatigue State.
Yes, sir. Still had a great squat day for him, and hit both first and second bench, so he's got room to play on dead, so he'll have a good time.
Oh, yeah. And the cool thing, too, is he didn't fight for too long on that attempt.
Right.
So you lessen the odds that you're going to get a really bad back cramp going into deadlift.
That's definitely what you don't want. You don't want extra fatigue and cramping going into deadlifts. Alex Reba finishing up his bench with 175 kilos, 386 pounds, 3 shiny reds on the bar. Opting to go 7.5 kilos up from his second attempt.
Alexander.
That's a decent jump, second to third. 7.5 kilos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Very technical setup. Quick press command. No trouble there for Alex. And the red Hydra is slain.
Yes, 3 white lights. I forgot about that, the red Hydra.
I've been using that for a long time, bro.
I forgot about that too, man. Slaying the red Hydra. The 3-headed beast, the 3 reds. Awesome job, man. Ross Babineau, 391 pounds. 177.5 kilos. Seeing some really strong 110 kg lifters today. I'm only saying that because that's the weight class I'm going into. Not me over here sweating at all. Let's go, Ross.
Oh, man.
Oh, what happened?
He jumped the start command and just kind of quit on it.
I'm glad you can hear better than I can.
So I didn't even hear it. I just saw him do it like immediately.
Oh, gotcha,
yeah, like he
gotcha.
came out the rack and was like, all right, time to go. And
Okay, I thought that they made a call.
that's really unfortunate, but that tends to happen with third attempt benches. Like, it's like I said
Instinct.
earlier, it's like instinct. You know, when you're in the gym with all your boys ripping ammonia, you don't think twice about just like popping it out the rack. And
Yeah, snorting the brain dust.
Yep.
Going into the vortex. Justin Cooper, 413 pounds, 187.5 kilos for his third attempt. 7.5 kilo jump from his second. Seeing a lot of 400-plus pound benches at the bottom of this flight.
His attempts have looked really easy so far.
Yep.
So let's see if this one is the same. Wow.
Really good calls on all 3 of these
Yeah.
guys here. 3
And
white
like,
lights.
that's a fast third attempt, but you got to trust the lifter. You got to trust the coach there and say, like, you know, they know what they have.
Yep.
You could see his arms were shaking quite a bit, and that 5 pounds can mean so much.
That 2.5 kilos is almost never worth it if you don't need it.
Yeah.
187.5 kilo bench, nothing to sneeze at either.
So great attempt selection.
Yep.
Khalil coming up.
435 pounds, 197.5 kilos.
This is a strong guy, man.
Yeah, anything over really that 405 bench threshold, that's just a strong bench. Let's see it, Khalil. Got the shades.
Beautiful. Press it to,
Little too much on the sticking point there, Khalil, but still got his first and second. Cracked over 400 pounds on the second bench. Can't be mad about that.
Oh, yeah. And it was insanely fast off the chest. That's a weight that I'm sure he's hit in the gym before.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of bringing those numbers up and carrying them over to the platform. And I have no doubt he'll hit that at the next meet whenever he competes again.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, he only had 2.5 kilos to go up from second to third anyway. I think it was a good call. Looked strong. So Gideon Adu.
479.
480-pound bench.
Almost
this is insane.
Almost 5 big plates.
Creeping to that 500-pound bench. If he hits this with more in the tank, he's definitely going to go to the gym in a week and go smoke 500 pounds on the bench.
As he should. That is a lot of weight.
Let's go, Gideon.
Oh, back to the face.
Grinds through. Wow. 2-1.
Gideon with a 479 bench. Moved that beautifully after fumbling on that first attempt.
I believe that was a 110 state record.
I believe it.
Great job, Gideon. Because having 480 pounds on bench and then grinding through on the sticking point, that's mind-bogglingly strong.
Yeah. Usually when the bench you know what, you're right. When the bench is heavy like that, they either just like miss it outright right off the chest or, you know, they hit it pretty easily.
Have a little uneven lockout maybe sometimes. Yeah, but he made that look easy.
Ceiling is high for that young man.
Yes. We are starting with Flight B now on bench. We have Mike DeFalco, our Masters lifter, coming out, opening at 242 pounds, 110 kilos. He's a Masters 2 lifter, ages 50 to 59. Age is just a number. We chilling, we lifting.
Big Mike.
Big Mike. Easy work for Big Mike.
Great opener.
Yep.
Whoever's picking his attempts, whether it's him or his coach, handler, they're doing a good job. Everything's looking exactly how it should.
I mean, for the most part, I've noticed that a lot of good opening picks across the board. You never want to be in a situation where you miss your opener on strength.
Yeah. Something really cool about like the Jersey coaching scene too is like, as everybody gets better, every single lifter gets better.
Yep.
And like these meets just are so much more fun to watch because you're not seeing hard openers, you're not seeing misses on technicalities, you're just seeing really good displays of strength by everybody across the board. Here comes Matt, 253 on the bar.
I think the powerlifting in New Jersey just runs very deep, and a lot of the coaches local to this area and a lot of the lifters all interact with each other on a daily basis, right, weekly basis, and so they also watch these meets for fun, even if they don't really have a lifter kind of lifting.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just like to keep the sign in the background, and they get to see the standard just increasing every single time.
Part of the culture, man. I feel like, you know, Texas obviously for a while has been like the hub for raw powerlifting. I think Jersey is.
Jersey's got its roots in like classic lifting, you know?
Yeah.
Classic iron kind of vibe. Brandon Morale, 117.5 kilos, 260 pounds on the bar for an opener here.
Wow.
Easy work for Brandon. 3 white lights. Yeah, nobody wants to go to a meet and, you know, look like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So it's always good to see these guys at these higher level meets performing to a really nice standard and leaving nothing to chance, nothing to be denied. Like, if you missed it, it was probably strength.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times. Evan Thompson here, not going to miss this, though. 259.
No, sir. Beautiful.
3 white lights, undeniable. Marcel Mazzara, also taking 135 kilos, 297 pounds, being loaded. Oh, I apologize. My brain's melted. I've been here all day. He's taking 135 pounds, 135 kilos. Jesus Christ. Just mute me. Just unplug my mic. Just pull it out, please. And
135 kilos for Marcel. Marcel had some really good squats on the board. That third attempt squat was really difficult. Hopefully his bench doesn't suffer at all from that.
Yeah. Opening light though, right? Like it is a number that you can take on even your worst day.
Yeah.
That's how you know you have a good opener.
It's a good rule of thumb. If you can roll out of bed and hit it at 3 in the morning, it should be your opener.
Correct.
Any more, it's probably a little too much.
Like on any given day, Marcel could walk in the gym and he can rep 297. If his opener was selected correctly. Let's see.
Yeah. And we will tell you right now if that's the case. What's going on?
Looks like the head ref is waiting.
So it looked like Marcel's got some bigger arms by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really sell that your elbows are locked to get that star command.
Right.
Let's see if it was a good lift before anything.
Looks like the lift was good. I'm seeing thumbs up from the refs, even though lifting cast hasn't updated.
Okay, so it was a good lift. It looks like he had some trouble getting the elbows convincingly locked. The attempt was no problem at all for him. So hopefully he can clean it up on that second. Having big arms is cool most of the time.
Oh, it's really cool.
At meets, it's not, unfortunately, because you run the risk of not getting that star command because your biceps are too juicy.
It's a similar thing with the squat, too. Having gigantic quads can make it a little tough to see depth sometimes when the quads overpower. But here we have Ryan O'Connor taking 341 on his opener bench here, 155 kg. He's got some long arms.
Smooth.
No problem for Ryan. Hits it. He's got a whole group of fans in the audience here.
Love to see that.
Love to see it. Gives you power. It gives you a strength buff.
Oh, yeah. That could be the difference between grinding out that third attempt and missing it completely.
Oh, exactly. Daryl Foster. Also opening at 155 kilos, 341 pounds. Competing in the open 125 kg weight class. In the open category, age 14 and up. Your standard category, basically, for the adults.
Oh, yeah.
The main category, and then everything else is kind of subdivisions. Let's go, Daryl. Easy opener.
Daryl Foster. Solid.
That was very fast.
Wow.
2 red lights, though. I wonder what it was called for.
Oh, it looks like he rolled onto his heel or his foot was up slightly or onto his toes.
Yep. So, again, feet have to stay flat on the ground. Cannot go up on the balls of your feet. Cannot lift the front of your foot up. Has to maintain flat contact with the ground.
Yeah. And it also is worth noting that where you start the lift with your feet, your foot position, you need to keep them there.
Yes.
So if your foot is in one spot at the start of the lift and they slide, that is also a red light offense.
If it's caught, yeah. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Brandon loading up 125 kg, 276 pounds on the bar.
Beautiful second.
Definitely don't want your feet slipping anyway because it kills your leg drive. Kills your power. Yeah.
Definitely helps to have carpet and a good pair of shoes.
Speaking of a good pair of shoes, White Toe Lifting Co.
Shout out to one of our sponsors.
One of our sponsors. They had a stand up here selling the White Toe Lifting shoes. They are a great company. I personally use White Toe Lifting for my deadlifts and my bench. My feet have never slid. They're extremely comfortable and they're affordable and not overpriced. So go check out White Toe Lifting Co.
Yep. Love White Toe, man. I actually grabbed a pair of their slippers at Tide at the booth that they had set up. Yeah, dude, I think I paid like, $50, and already it's been a month I've got my money's worth. Oh, man.
Attempt here. Unfortunately, again, Aspire's going to take that.
That was a great fight by Evan.
So you're in a situation where that happens on your second attempt. Do you just try to retake it, maybe assuming it was a bit of a misgroove, or do we scratch it and save your misgroove?
I think for him, he should try that again because it looked like it got out in front of him a little bit, And that's hard to recover from, right? As long as you're pressing back to the face, you should be okay more often than not.
Bar path is super important on bench.
And worst case scenario, man, you could just give up on it.
That's true.
If you find that you're sticking in the middle again, just like that, call it quits. Don't cramp.
That's what the spotters are there for. Matthew Satani Hennick coming out, 297, just shy of 300 pounds.
Nice, smooth press.
Putting him in perfect position to hit that over 300-pound bench. Crowd's going wild. He's got some fans here. He's feeling it.
Here comes Marcel with 314.
Not quite 315.
Basically 315.
It is 315.
3 plates on a kilo bar.
It is 315. Marcel coming out now for his second attempt. 142.5 kgs.
So I remember his first attempt moved pretty well. It's a 7.5 kilo jump from his first, which is a little bit bigger for bench, but doesn't.
Bigger guys.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like he'll have trouble here.
No. I think 7.5 kilos is totally justified to a second attempt on bench to play safe.
It is always a little bit better, too, to jump bigger from first to second on bench than it is to space them out super evenly, especially if you practice it in training. No trouble there.
Easy work. 3 white lights. That's a good point, too. It depends how you train, how your warm-ups go.
Yeah.
If you kind of already think that you're going to, that's the strategy you're going to go in for an aggressive second attempt, train like that. Make big jumps from your warm-up to your last warm-up.
Very underrated way of going about your bench training.
Speaking of huge aggressive jumps from first to second, Mike DeFalco jumping 35 kilos.
Yes, sir.
To his second attempt, 309.
Oh, I see what he's doing here. He's going 2 plate, 3 plate, 365.
Oh my God, he is. What a legend.
Yeah, we'll see what he does for the third, but this is a 2 plate, 3 plate jump right here in the gym.
This man just did a 225 to 315 jump.
Legend.
Ike did not even catch that.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mike.
I know it when I see it.
It's in our blood.
Oh, yeah. He might add some motion at the bottom there. Nope. Good.
White lights.
Solid attempt.
That was an extremely pro gamer move by Mike. That was base. 225, 315. You'd love to see it.
I think he'd throw the 10 and the 5 on there.
Yeah, keeping the traditionalism alive.
A little 10-5, 345.
That was awesome. Brian O'Connor getting ready for his second attempt, going up 5 kilos from his opener, 160 kilos, 352 pounds on the bar. This is a big bench too, man. This is inching closer to that 365, that halfway to 400 mark. So Ryan's got some long arms here. Doing him no favors on bench, but I'm sure he's unfazed. Let's see it, Ryan.
Nice.
Like a hydraulic press.
That was smooth.
3 white lights.
Bench is so unforgiving, man. Like you said, with being halfway to 400 pounds, it's one of those things where that first half, 300 to 350 takes a while.
Yep.
And then 350 to 400 takes twice as long.
It may never even happen.
it's rough, man.
That's the neat part. 350 to 400 may just never get better.
It's like, you ever play like RuneScape back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like going from like level 1 to 90 takes X amount of time, and then 90 to 99 takes
years off of your life.
Yeah.
Yep. Daryl Foster coming out now. 370 pounds for the bottom of the flight for flight B. 167.5 kilos. I believe he jumped the rack command on his opener.
Yes. Or no, it was the foot.
The foot, yes.
He was onto the toes.
Apologize.
I wish they'd get rid of that rule, but that's for another day.
That's the conversation for another day. Looked good for his second. Awesome job, Daryl. Gets 2 to 1. You need to get at least 1 out of the 3 attempts for all 3 lifts to register a total. If you miss all 3 attempts on any of the lifts, squat, bench, or deadlift, even if you hit your squat and benches, even if you hit your benches and deadlifts, you miss all 3 of one of those lifts, you do do not register a total, and you bomb out. And that's not good.
No, we want to avoid that at all costs.
So that's why you always open late.
Open light, you'd be all right.
Get
I'm
that
so
total.
glad I invented that earlier.
If you start using that in your Instagram reels and your like coaching stuff, if I don't get a tag at least once, I'm gonna be so upset.
I'll cut you a royalty check. Smooth.
Nice job, Evan. 3 white light.
That's some good
he's
recovery,
fired
man.
Up, man. Love
So-
to see it.
You guys remember 10 minutes ago, not even, when he took his second attempt, he was shaking. Everything looked a little wonky. You could tell that he was kind of just off his groove a little bit. This time he was not off his groove at all. That was smooth.
And right, like we were talking about too, knowing your lifter, trusting your coach, and understanding that that was literally just a misgroove, not a strength issue. Came back and solidified it. Love
Yep.
to see it. Brandon Morale closing his bench day with 286 pounds, 130 kg on the bar. A Hammer Forge strength athlete. All weekend, Hammer Forge has been making great calls, great attempt selections. Let's see if he can close out bench, go 3 for 3.
Beautiful.
Look solid. See what the judges say. 3 white lights. Lift is good. Going 3 for 3. He's hyped about that. Plenty of good vibes going into deadlifts.
Oh, yeah. And leaving nothing to chance there, right? Like that to us looks like an easy third attempt. But like we were saying earlier, that 2.5 kilos could mean a world of difference. So it's always better to just play it safe on the bench press. It's not worth 5 pounds.
Again, unless it's your bread and butter, that's where you're making up the most ground in a competitive standard,
Yeah.
right? So really got to play to your strengths here in powerlifting. That's the cool part. We got Matthew coming out here to close his bench 314, 142.5 kilos.
Smooth attempt so far to the
He's
face.
pushing through, just couldn't quite get through the sticking point. Good effort, Matt. Nice
Yeah.
try.
That's one of those lifts, too, where if he didn't squat 30 minutes ago, he probably hits that.
Maybe, yeah. Again, as we said, when the meets move fast, it comes at you, and you may not be ready for it. So
Yeah.
some meets, there's 3 flights. Some meets, there's 10 people to a flight, 12 people more maybe. And you get a lot of time to just relax and recoup. Anything can happen on meet day. You got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, that's where being an athlete comes in, man. You got to be able to take a hit now and then, right? There's always going to be a
Matthew still did
curveball.
very well on his first and second bench. Marcel, 330 pounds, 150 kgs. And like you said, bench is very finicky. She's a cruel mistress.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Unforgiving lift.
That was a great attempt by Matt.
Oh, yeah. Totally justifiable. All right, Marcel. Jumping 7.5 kilos from a second. Making an even 150 and even 330. Looked really good for a third. 2 reds. Looks like his butt came up during the press.
Very unfortunate way to miss, but, you know.
In his heart, he hit that, though.
Yeah, that's a gym PR.
That's a gym PR, 100%. He's got the strength for it. Just a small technicality on the butt coming up. It's the name of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just got to be able to deal with that, move on, have a short memory, be a goldfish.
Exactly.
Short-term memory, and you work on it in the offseason, man.
Ryan O'Connor loading 165 kg. He's being asked to remove his elbow sleeves. 363 pounds. I didn't even notice he came out with those.
Yeah, I didn't either. Maybe just like keeping
Maybe he
warm.
was warming up to keep them warm, yep. As long as he doesn't have them when he's performing the lift, it's fine.
Dude,
Pushes through a little up and down. Let's see what the judges say.
let's see it.
Three
Oh.
reds.
That guy's brutally strong for that, man.
Yeah,
That's
really
like
strong lift.
that's like football weight room benching right there. Like, that's a solid grind. He'll clean that up and hit that for a second attempt at his next meet.
And just when you thought the bench was already super technical with all the commands and all these technicalities, the bar, when it comes off your chest, cannot travel downward at any point. Has to be a continuous upward motion to
Yeah.
get the lift. And unfortunately, there was some up and down there. But in his heart, that was a good lift.
Oh, yeah. That's just you take that on the chin and you clean it up in the off season. Make every rep identical.
Daryl Foster, 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds. This is a big bench, Daryl. Let's see it. Going up 5 kilos from second to third. His second looked really comfortable.
Solid fight.
Looked like a perfect third attempt selection there. 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
And he walks off with a W. Nice job, Daryl.
And
all right,
Mike
folks.
DeFalco.
We have an American record attempt here.
Oh.
So the national referees are currently switching from the jury table to the head and side judges. We have Mike DeFalco, our master lifter, age 50 to 59, master 2, attempting 386 pounds. American record bench attempt.
Let's go, Big Mike.
This is incredible to see. 30 kilo jump from his second attempt. I personally haven't seen this.
No, me either. Taking his time.
All right, Mike.
Wow. To even do that is impressive. Like
I gotta admit, that takes guts.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
he came here to do something, and he loaded it, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was still really cool that he went 225, 315. That was awesome.
Yeah, I highly commend that right there.
Can still register a total, all good. We are done with bench, folks. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and then we're going to move on to deads, and deadlifts are going to move in the blink of an eye. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Alexander opening up our deadlifts
Shooting
for
right
session
into
2.
deadlifts. This is going to move quick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mike, give us the rundown on deadlift. How do you get a successful deadlift, and how do you not get a successful deadlift?
So deadlift is the more simple lift as far as commands go. There's only one. So it's just down. You go up on your own time, pick it up on your own time, hold it at the top, smile for the camera, put it down. That's really that's really all it comes down to. If you jump that command, it's usually just like a lack of discipline or
Correct.
training to a pretty low standard as far as that goes.
There's a couple nuances too, obviously, with the lockout. Shoulders have to be back.
Yeah.
And the knees have to be fully locked out,
But-
and you cannot drop the bar. You have to maintain grip with the bar all the way through the lift, including putting it down.
Yeah, that's big.
Yes.
And if you get caught accelerating that bar to the floor, like slamming it,
They could call that as a no lift as well. You
yeah,
cannot
most of
slam
the time they'll
load.
give you a warning if you're doing that. But if it's a third attempt and you've been told once, you're not getting the lift.
Alex Jensen, 500-pound opening deadlift, setting the pace, already cracking the 500 pounds here, 227.5 kilos.
Pretty solid opener there.
Nice job, Alex. Again, all the weight being as heavy as it is going to sound like it's slamming the floor, but
Yeah.
it's very apparent when a lifter intentionally throws the weight into the platform. Again, this platform is made of plywood. We do not need to cause unnecessary damage to it, especially for other lifters trying to lift into a divot. That's not good. So
Definitely. And we're in a hotel.
yeah, we are in a hotel. Don't need to break the floor either. We're on the second floor, I think.
It's a pretty nice hotel, too. They'd
really
be
nice venue.
really upset if we mess the
we
floor
don't
up.
want to lose this venue for sure.
No, I love this one.
Bilal Halam, 245 kilos, 540 pounds. Every lifter has their own deadlift ritual, and that's what makes them unique, and you love to see it.
Nice and smooth.
You'll also notice that some lifters have baby powder on their legs. This is to help make the lockout a
That is
little bit
not
easier.
chalk.
Yes,
Not
not
chalk.
Not chalk.
I've seen lifters chalk their legs up, and
It kind of would be counterintuitive, I think.
yeah, no, it definitely is. And like they'll fight through it sometimes, but my guy DeAndre yesterday actually was telling me like, yeah, man, I gotta chalk my legs up, and I was like, what are you talking about? So he's
Are you
like,
sure he wasn't kidding?
no, he definitely was not kidding because he.
Calling out your athlete on the live stream.
Yeah.
See ya, DeAndre. Do
Yeah.
not chalk your legs. Ross Babanu, 611 pounds.
Nice opener, man.
Puts
Shout
it
out to
down
DeAndre.
gently. He
Spider
definitely
powerlifting.
lifts in a gym where he has to put the weight down gently.
What's that?
He lifts in a gym where he has to put the weight down very gently.
It's funny how you could tell
Yep.
just based on the lifter and their technique, how they put it down.
With care. So we have Gideon Adu opening with 683 pounds, just shy of 700. We are ramping up right away on deadlifts here.
That is ridiculous.
310 kilos.
$683 on an opener.
Let's see it, Gideon.
This is a big fella right here, too. And that was easy.
That looked very easy, very comfortable.
They
Gets
got
two
him
reds.
for letting go of the bar near the floor. So accelerating that bar down. He had a similar issue on bench where he jumped the commands, and all he's got to do is lock in, keep his hands on the bar. He'll be fine. That was insanely fast.
This man is very strong. He'll have no problem going up from there. Justin Cooper, 688 pounds on the bar for his opener.
Where are these guys
112.5
coming from?
kilos. Yeah, these are some strong lifters in Flight A. The 110's really showing out here at regionals.
I'm about to just retire, bro.
You're not a 110, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're
Not
right.
in your weight class, not your problem, right? Wow.
That's
so
silly.
fast. Justin making it undeniable. 3 white lights. Okay, folks. We have a lifter here. Khalil Zaki opening His opening deadlift, his first one, 750 pounds, 340 kilos. That's insane weight to open with.
I don't know about that one, bro. That's pretty light. This
man is a human crane.
This is insane. I hope he keeps the shades on for this. He did. Here comes Khalil. He looks locked in right now. Khalil.
This is an insanely strong deadlift. To open here is just mind-boggling. Let's go, Khalil.
You know what the worst part is? This is going to be so easy, I bet.
I can't wait.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow. His belt was shimmering in the stream. Look at that, man.
That's insane.
What a Chad. 750 opener.
Khalil
smokes it.
absolutely steamrolling.
Khalil is the main character of deadlifts right now.
Yeah. This is his platform.
It's the Khalil show.
What do you think he's taking next?
He just loaded it up.
There it is, 360. That's Jesus.
It
sounds like a huge jump, but I mean, when you're lifting that heavy,
correct.
It's pretty standard.
And remember, majority of the time, opening lifts are lifts that you could rep.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought to think 750 for reps.
Yeah.
That's next level stuff. Cut above the rest. Nice job, Khalil. But we're going back to the top of the order here. Alexander Reba, 530 pounds, 240 kg. He's competing in the men's Raw Team 2 division, ages 16 to 17, holding 530 pounds. It's an insane amount of weight for a 16, 17-year-old. Good lockout there.
Nice
Right
and
legs.
easy.
Now you'll also notice on deadlift that some lifters choose to pull in a conventional narrower stance, and some choose to pull in a sumo stance where their legs are much wider. Doesn't matter. It's a preference. Some lifters are stronger from certain positions, and it depends how you train and how you optimize your body leverages.
Yep.
However you can generate the most force output is what's important. You don't get integrity points here in powerlifting. It's about lifting the most weight within the rules, within the standards of each lift.
And honestly, I think sumo's harder.
It could be for some people. Absolutely could be.
And this is coming from a guy that's a conventional puller for
both.
years.
You've tried both?
Yeah.
Alex Jensen here, 551, second attempt. 250 kilos on the bar, conventional pull. Had himself a great squat day, rounded out bench very well as well.
And that's a solid pull right there
Really
from
good
Alex.
deadlift. 3 white lights. I would say that conventional deadlifting is a lot harder when you start to get really strong at the top end.
Yeah.
And sumo would probably be a lot harder to learn at first. It's just a very different approach.
I could definitely see that.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, conventional is hard at top end, like, because you do have to worry about quite a bit. You can muscle through, but if your grip is a limiter, it's not going to hold up at top end most of the time. If your knees are shaking, it's way easier for your knees to be shaking and quaking on a conventional pull.
Absolutely.
There's so many things at play.
Also, the conventional favors more of the posterior chain versus the sumo, utilizing the quads and the press of the legs a lot more. Bilal here, unbothered though. Conventional puller, 573, creeping up to 600. Strong finish from him at the top there.
Very solid attempt right there.
White lights. I love deadlifting, man. It's my favorite part of the meet.
I bet.
Just waiting for you to say something.
Nick and I have competed against each other
Quite often.
several times over the years, and I'm usually doing pretty well
He's beating
going
me
into
usually
deadlifts.
going into deadlifts, yes. My deadlift saves every little bit of
And
my
then the
total.
openers come around, and now I'm in 5th.
In powerlifting, there's the age-old battle of the subtotal specialist versus the deadlift boys.
Yep.
Those deadlift boys creep up on you. Ross coming out 292.5, 644 pounds, excuse me. Makes it look easy. Good control from Ross. 3 white lights.
strictly business. Walked up there, pulled it, got the command, walked off.
He's just thinking about his third attempt. He's thinking about, do I send it?
Yeah,
And how much do I send it?
These attempts, honestly, for deadlift, are effectively warm-ups for some of these guys.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just taking their time,
Most
warming up
likely
to a heavy one.
A second attempt, would be somewhere in the 90 percentile, right?
Yeah.
Getting close to that 100% max.
Something you can hit on just about any random week.
Gideon coming out, loading 330 kg on the bar, 727 pounds.
All he's got to do is keep his hands on that bar. I have no doubt that he will.
If he hits this, he'll solidify an 820 kilo total. Big total for Gideon.
That's huge, man. Great pull.
So easy for Gideon. 3 white lights. Solidifies his total, gets on the board. Nothing to worry about now, but to send it on the third. We're going to see some vying for position here for sure in these third attempt deadlifts. And the advantage of having the stronger deadlift is the meat's almost in your hands.
Yeah.
You kind of control the outcome because you get to see everybody else go first.
I wonder if we're going to see any mind games being played here.
Where they load a placeholder just to be over. Yeah, we'll see. Justin Cooper coming out, 332.5, 733 pounds. These are some crazy big deadlifts for this flight. Looked comfortable for a second attempt for him. He's got a little more room at the top. 3 white lights. That solidifies an 825 kilo total for him.
And now that puts him in first.
Temporarily for
now.
We're going to see Khalil attempt to pull 360 pounds, 793 pounds, just shy of 800 pounds. Holy cow. That's a big deadlift.
That's huge, man.
That's a big deadlift.
That was like, 5 years ago, that was unheard of in the sport of powerlifting. It's like a 700 was just about the ceiling for most people, especially like drug tested.
Maybe even 750, but again, Khalil is built different, setting himself up for a huge third. Let's see it.
Starts strong.
A little stiff off the start, but finishes strong here.
Wow, man.
And
back to
is no good. 2 reds.
What happened there? Soft knees, they're saying.
Soft knees on the lockout. So this is an interesting position to be in, right? Because if he had hit that, he's going to go to the jury table.
He's contesting this.
To contest it.
I think they're going to overturn it.
If he did hit that, that would have put him in first temporarily with an 830 kilo total. In the meantime, though, we are going back to the top of the flight. Alexander Reba is getting ready for his third attempt deadlift. 250 kg, 551 pounds loaded on the bar.
What happened there?
Jury's conversing with our judges.
It's hard to see from here, but I feel like I would have noticed if his knees were like unlocked.
I was watching the stream, actually, so I know you have a little bit of a better angle than I do from where you're sitting.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see live. From the stream, it looked good. But again, the stream's also zoomed out. Yeah. So we'll see what comes out of Khalil's second attempt deadlift here.
Some of those things were like...
This is important, though, because this is a huge pull, right? And if it was successful, puts him in a position to take first.
Also helping out some of the guys in his flight with a little bit of a delay, a little bit more time in between their attempts now.
Yep.
He jumped.
It looks as though the lift is going to stay a no lift. I don't see a change yet.
It looked good enough to warrant him jumping. I think,
He
what
is
do we
making
have
a
here?
jump. Yep.
Oh, so he's going to pull for the win, it looks like.
Well, depends on.
Yeah.
Yep, depends on Gideon's pull. So we'll see as these third attempts wrap up how people are going to vie for position here. Alex
Solid.
having a great deadlift day, closing out 3 for 3. Smokes it. He's fired up. Nice job, man. Alex Jensen, fatigue state.
Fatigue state. Alex loading up 265.
50-kilo jump from a second. The coveted 6-plate date on deadlifts, 584.
Oh, yeah. This is
Let's
where we
go,
do
Alex.
it, man. That third deadlift, probably the highlight of the meet for most people.
Oh, yeah.
It's where you really get to just send it and try and get that number that you wanted on the day.
I think even for people that don't prefer deadlift, enjoy deadlift.
Huh.
Hot take. Hot take. People who don't even prefer deadlift, enjoy deadlift.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh. That overhand went on him.
Very unfortunate, Alex, but hey, the strength was definitely there. Just
Yeah.
a minor grip issue. Knowing him, he's methodical, he's smart, he'll come back, he'll adjust that in his training, he'll smoke it next time.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome job today, Alex. Great job. Lessons are always learned at meets, right?
Yeah, I think some of the best lessons are learned at meets.
Especially these more high-level meets like Mid-Atlantic Regionals.
You learn a lot about yourself as a lifter through competing at a meet like this. And
Yep, with stiff,
You know.
strict rules, strict judging, stiff competition, applying that pressure and forcing you to get better, right?
it's a nice checkpoint, too. You know, you could go so long without competing. Here comes Bilal firing up the crowd.
Love it, love it. The energy is strong today with Balil.
But like I was saying, it's a good way to.
He's setting us up to go 9 for 9 here.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, he is.
Finish with a 606 pull.
Gets it off the floor. Can he clear the knees? Lean back.
Oh, he fights for it. He wants every kilo on that bar.
Dude.
2 to 1, he gets it.
Yo,
Let's go.
you do not see that often.
Woo! That
You
was
do-
that was poetic.
That's insane.
Goes 9 for 9 with a grinder for that third attempt
What a
deadlift.
beautiful
Earned
pull.
every pound, man.
Dude, when I saw it clear the knee and he was in like barbell row position, I was like, it's cooked. I can't believe he fought through that.
That's what I'm saying. Some people are different, man. They have the dog in them, and Bilal had the dog in him today. Ross Babanu loading 672 on huge deadlift here. Just shy of 700. Floated off the ground. Wow. 3 white lights, no denying that. Awesome deadlift day for Ross. Looked too easy.
And now, the final 3 deadlifts of this flight.
Correct. So these 3 deadlifts are going to decide who places what. Right now, Justin Cooper is loading 342.5 kilos, 755 pounds on the bar. If he pulls this, this will move him into first place temporarily. So Justin's going to start us off here. He hits this, he locks in an 835 kilo total. Justin opting to take 755. Let's see.
Beautiful pull.
Great deadlift from Justin. 3 white lights, undeniable. 3 for 3 on deadlift. Love to see it. Now, he's temporarily in first.
Yeah.
Gideon's coming up now. 347.5 kilos, 766 pound deadlift. Oh, he's changing. Excuse me. So again, this is where, you got to play to your strengths. So Gideon will be loading 342.5 kilos, 755, same weight that Justin just took. If he hits this, he will get third place. So he will be 2.5 kilos behind Justin Cooper's total. So in this case, he is not going to be pulling to try to vie for that better position.
Okay. pulling strictly for the total here.
Well, technically he will be in second with this poll. Forecasted for third, depending on how Khalil gets his last deadlift.
Okay.
Seems to be some mind games going on at the score and the numbers over there. So again, folks, just before we get started here, Justin Cooper locking in 835 kilos. Gideon, if he loads 755, 340. Looks like he's going up again. 347 and a half, 766 pounds. So if he locks this in, this will put him at 837 and a half, 2.5 kilos over Justin, which will overtake him for temporarily first place, and it will match Khalil's current total if he were to take his third attempt that's loaded right now.
I see.
Right.
And would that give?
So Khalil, if he wants to win, I have to check the body weight here. So assuming Gideon hits this, Khalil weighed in at a lighter weight.
Okay.
So if Gideon hits this and Khalil hits his third, they will tie in total and Khalil will win on body weight. A lot of mind games going on with these last deadlifts. Love to see it. This is what it's all about. Game day decisions here. 766 pounds on the bar. And he hits it. Judges say 3 white lights.
Solid pull by Gideon.
Khalil opting to up his weight now.
Okay.
To 370 pounds. So for now, Gideon is in first place. It all comes down to this poll.
Wait, so if Khalil pulled a little bit less, right, if he didn't up this attempt, he would have won on body weight.
Yes, if Khalil had pulled 2.5 kilos less, he would have tied and won on body weight. But he's choosing to go the Giga Chad route.
Let's send it, Khalil.
Send it. This is 815 pounds on the bar, 370 kilos for the win today.
This room is electric right now.
So put him at an 840 kilo total if he hits this.
Oh my God. Lean back!
Looks like he managed to lock it out, gets the down command, looks around. 3 white lights! And that'll do it. He's different, folks. 850
Khalil.
pounds.
Unbelievable.
Undeniable 3 white lights for the
That
win.
was unbelievable.
He said, I don't want to tie your total.
Yeah, I'm not.
Win on body weight. I want to win. I want to be better.
That's insane. That's it. My jaw's like still on the floor, man. I've never seen anything like that in a meet. What a day.
That was awesome to witness.
What a day for Khalil. Congratulations.
Well earned, Khalil. Very well earned.
Oh my God.
815 pounds. It is crazy. It's crazy.
To be like, nah, bro. To have the win loaded on the bar already and say, actually, I want 5 more pounds.
Yep. I want there to be no question.
Yeah, I don't want to win on body weight. I don't want there to be like, oh, you know, I weighed in a little lighter. So, nah, man, I won the meet. That's it.
Incredible. 840 kilo total. Such a big total, too.
Right after missing that second attempt, too.
I mean, Khalil weighed in at 102.9. He's not even a fully filled out 110 kilo. He's got even more to go. So
my man's
crazy
gonna pull,
work, man.
My man's
awesome
going to pull 900 pounds one day.
He might be. Yeah, I can see that. 900 pounds easily. Well, really good. Congratulations to all our lifters in Flight A. Phenomenal job by everybody. Whether you're just registering a total, hitting some milestones, having a good time. We're going to close it out now with Flight B. Last deadlifts of the day. Evan Thompson going to open us up with 407 pounds. Again, 400 pounds, milestone for a lot of lifters.
Yeah.
A lot of lifters strive for 400 pounds on deadlift, squat, and bench. And that looked easy for Evan. Mike DeFalco, the man who went 225 to 315. Now I am a fan of him.
Yeah, he's got 2 fans for life after that.
Yeah, that was awesome. 440 pounds, 200 kg, master's lifter. Opening up with some heat. Let's see it.
No belt.
And the camera wasn't working there, but now it is. Here we go. Let's see it, Mike.
Solid opener for Mike.
Textbook deadlift. Business as usual for him. Walks
Yeah.
it off. Matthew taking 200 kilos as well, 440 pounds on the bar. Now, I think you asked me earlier how much you think he deadlifts, and I said more than he squats. And so he hit 2.5 kilos more on squat, and I think he's got more than 2.5 kilos on deadlift. So I think my theory will stand.
You're definitely right about that. That was an easy opener.
Maybe I should be a coach. What do
Yeah.
you think?
You could. I don't know why you don't. I really don't know why you don't. It's a great time.
Serious? You're like, wait,
No.
for real? Like, I don't know why you
No,
don't.
dead ass. Like, I don't know if I can say that.
Fine,
Yeah.
it's fine. You're
Seriously, bro, you should.
Enough about that. Brandon Morale. I think it's a lot of work to coach. Let's not make light of coaching.
No, it is hard. It is definitely a grind.
You have to sacrifice a lot of your free time. 474 pounds on the bar, 215 kgs for Brandon. You know, as a good coach yourself, you take a lot of pride in making sure your athletes have a good time and also hit the PRs and the progress that they want.
That's huge too. Like, you could have the best program in the world, if the athlete loathes doing it, they're not going to make any progress.
Respond, you know.
Yeah.
Some athletes just don't respond even to what you would think is the better programming.
Yeah, you got to coach the person.
Yep.
Coach the person, coach the lifter.
And deal with them mentally as well, because I am always a head case when it comes to these meets. So I feel sorry for any handler coach that's working with me, because I am just in my head constantly.
I hear that,
man. It's a certain set of soft skills that you need as a coach as well.
Oh, yeah.
Marcel, starting off hot, 500-pound deadlift, opening. 227.5 kilos on the bar. We got the Tony Hawk Pro Skater playlist going on in the background. Love it.
It's the best playlist for deadlift right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Little Papa Roach. And a solid opener for Marcel.
3 white lights. Easy work for him. Daryl Foster opening with 551 pounds, 250 kg in the open 125 kg weight class.
Checks out.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes sense.
Daryl Foster. Eyeing up that weight like he's the predator in the jungle, man.
Getting fired up for that deadlift.
Hell yeah.
Deadlift is one of those lifts where you really, if you're defeated going into it, if you have any doubt going into it, you're missing.
Yep.
So it's good to really just dial in and move weight like that.
Open light, you'll be all right.
That's right.
You get that same intensity like you're taking a third attempt on an opener, smoke it, and then you just ride that high all the way through. We got a big opener here for Ryan O'Connor, 300 kg, 661 pounds, upping the ante right away. What do you think? Sumo polar or conventional polar?
Conventional.
You think he's, that you getting the base vibes from him?
He gives me conventional vibes from his squat and his bench. Because his bench was also pretty narrow, if I'm remembering correctly.
I'll say sumo just to be different, right? So that
All
way
right.
we can see it. All right, Ryan, let's see what we got. Yeah. He faked you out a little bit there.
Yep.
300 kg, 661. It's a heavy pull for an opener. Makes it look easy. 3 white lights.
You can always tell who the deadlift specialists are
Oh yeah, how's that?
They're usually wearing an Inzer singlet.
Oh man, they're gonna say something just like their arms are longer than the rest of their body.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. Their arms are. If they could touch their knees without trying,
Yeah,
deadlift specialist.
I feel called out right now.
You are being called
I feel
out.
attacked.
I'll see you at WrestleMania 2025, brother.
Yeehaw. Evan Thompson. Our brains are melted.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
a long weekend. Evan Thompson.
You've been here all day. This is
I've
just
been
how my
here all
brain
day,
is.
all day yesterday.
Here's Evan, 202.5 on the bar for him.
Yeah,
Walking up.
this is baseline mic right now. What you're hearing? Is
Yeah,
baseline.
no, I'm just like this. Sorry, guys. Evan,
Little slow on lockout, trying to get his shoulders back. Gets the down command.
solid
white
pull.
lights, though.
Three white lights. It just looks like, sometimes when you're a bigger guy, like
Yeah.
when you're in these higher weight classes, it is just hard to get through that last portion of the lift because there's just more of you to manage.
Pro tip, okay, knowledge here. If you're having trouble getting your shoulders back on deadlift, at the top when you're locked out, just let out a little bit of air.
Yeah.
Your chest will naturally drop and your shoulders will fall back.
That's huge.
You don't want to release all of your air, just enough.
Yeah,
Get
that
a
is
little
huge.
less tight, a little less cramped up there. And you'd be amazed at how much easier it is to lock out fully. All right, we got Matthew Satani Hennick coming out to pull 474 pounds, 215 kg. His friends and family in the audience cheering him on. We love that.
Solid pull.
Excellent job, Matt. Judges say 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Brandon Morale taking a second attempt, cracking just over 500 pounds again. 500 pounds, a good milestone. For
Big
all lifters.
milestones being hit. It's
Yep.
always cool. It's always nice to see people pulling for placing and playing the mind games for placing, but I really, really enjoy seeing people crack the 400, 500, 600, 700 pound mark
Each
on their
100
lifts.
pound mark, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Earning their keep.
Here we go.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, now don't get political.
What's up?
Don't get political.
Oh, hell no. Nice second attempt here. Should be easy work for Brandon.
Solid pull for Brandon.
3 white lights. Mike DeFalco. Big
Chad
Mike.
jump.
Yeah, another Chad jump. Wow, wait. Yeah, what? That is a Chad jump.
So
37 and
based.
a half kilos. This man is the king of big jumps today. Love that confidence. Love to see it, Mike. 523 pounds being loaded. 237 and a half kilos.
Here's Big Mike.
This man wastes no time.
Yeah.
He says, let me get on the board with an easy opener, and I'll take over from there.
Beautiful pull for this second attempt.
Locks it out, gets the down command.
A little bit of motion at the top.
See what the judges say. 3 reds. Looks like it was slipping, starting to go down before getting the down command. Just from my point of view. Not
Yeah.
sure.
I couldn't really tell from here, but I could definitely see that.
Yep. Just looked like right before the down command, he started to kind of let it go down. So the bar
Gonna be
could not
interesting to
do
see
that,
what he
right?
does.
Yeah.
Oh, he went up 7.5. 245 for the third.
Clearly unfazed by that. Mike will come out and he'll smoke a bigger deadlift. But in the meantime, Marcel, 240 kg, 530 pounds on the bar. He hits this, he solidifies a 620 kilo total. Love the energy coming out of his corner in the coach's corner over there. It's great to have a good coach hyping you up, man.
Yeah.
It's good to have a coach keep you level-headed, but sometimes you need the extra gas.
Oh, yeah. Got to know the type of athlete, too. Feed into that.
Of course.
You got somebody fiery like Marcel. It's always good to rile him up.
2-1.
2-1, good lift. I don't think he's phased by that.
Nope.
His shoulders were slightly forward.
And again, as a good athlete should, he asked the ref, hey, what was the red light for? So he knows for the next attempt not to repeat that mistake. Always good. If your coach, your coach does it, your handler does it, or you yourself just want to know so you don't make that second error.
Can't fix what you don't know.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good, bro.
I'm ruining Mike's flow here.
You're good, bro.
We're just a couple goons on the mics having a good time. Daryl Foster, another milestone lift, 600 pounds. The crowd sending his energy. This is his second attempt here.
There it is.
Nice and smooth. Looks like he's got a little more from the top end.
Yeah, that was a solid second attempt. Gives him a little bit of room for that third to,
extend that total just a little bit more.
Exactly.
Currently, right now, he is in first place, Daryl, for the 125 Open. A little bit untouchable at this point. He's got a huge kilo lead. So he'll probably just come out for a third deadlift for fun and walk off at the win. We have Ryan O'Connor coming up, lifting as a guest lifter. He's loading 694 pounds. Just shy of 700 pounds here.
That's a lot of weight.
The discipline not to load 7.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why he'll load 7 today.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he smokes this, and then he's already got beyond 7 in his mind.
There it is.
Looked good for a second. Lift is good. Fired up for that one. Awesome job. So, yeah, he's definitely thinking over 7.
Yeah, maybe
He's
like 7-11 or something like
I'm
that.
Good.
What's the number? 7-12?
7-11 maybe?
7-11.
Yeah. We'll see what he puts in. 7:05 even.
Definitely could see him cracking over 7 today.
Oh, he's going big.
Oh, baby.
I love it.
Can't wait to see that.
No spoilers this time, folks. You'll have to wait to see. Evan Thompson going back to the top of the flight here. 457 pounds, 207.5 kilos. He hits this, he goes 3 for 3 on deadlifts, has himself a perfect deadlift day. Very aggressive grip and rip off the floor. Gets the
Good
down
fight.
command. Let's see. 2 reds.
A little bit of ramping going on
Could
at the top
be.
there.
Yep.
So for anybody that might not know, ramping is when you make excessive contact with the legs and kind of use them to assist you
Almost like a
in
hitch.
inching the bar up.
Yep. I think also as well he had soft shoulders.
Wow.
I think it was a little soft shoulders on the lockout there. I could be wrong, but either way, still had a great deadlift day. Overall, registered a total. Nice job, Evan. Matthew Tani Hennick finishing up his deadlift day with a 230-kilo attempt, 507 pounds. Milestone lift, getting over 500 pounds on the deadlift here. Let's see it, Matt. End the day strong. Perfect call for his third. 2-1. And he's hyped. He's fired up, man.
That man's got hops.
He does have hops. For a tall guy, he's got some hops.
Definitely could dunk.
He might be able to dunk.
No doubt
We should
about
ask
it.
him after the meet's over if he can dunk.
Gonna have to.
Nice job, Matt. Going perfect on deads, 3 for 3. Can't be mad about that. Brandon Morale. His third attempt deadlift's going to be 530 pounds, 240 kilos. So hit 12.5 kilo jump from his second. His second looked really comfortable.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in deadlifts, you just got to go to the dark place, and it doesn't matter what you load. If you will it in your brain, it will come off the ground. Let's go, Brandon. So quick off the floor.
Let's see what the judges say.
2-1.
Solid lift
Has
right
himself
there.
a perfect deadlift day. Another day in the office for Brandon. Awesome job, man.
Mike DeFalco, 245 being loaded up on the bar. That is 540 pounds. 5 plates and a 25.
Our Masters lifter today, rounding out the day, 540 pounds. Age is just a number, folks. Big Mike. Stay with it, Mike. Gets the down command.
Look good from here.
Good. 2 to 1.
Yeah.
He's hyped. He's pumped.
Good lift.
Awesome job, Mike. Way to finish strong there. Marcel, 250 kgs, 551 being loaded for his third. This, if he hits this, it will lock in a 630 kilo total. It will secure second place for him for the 125 kilo open. So for him, this is just a victory lap. Second place is locked in. Time to fly. Let's go, Marcel.
He had that issue on that second attempt with the soft shoulder. Let's see if that affects him here.
Still did get the lift, though.
Yes, yes, it was only 1 red. See if he can clean it up. Strong day from Marcel. 250
Yes,
on the bar.
Locking in that silver medal.
Fast off the floor. A little bit of motion.
All heart. Just a little bit too much motion there at the top. It's going to be 3 red lights. A little bit of hitching there, yeah.
Unfortunate miss, but strength's not a problem for him, man. It's way easier to take a guy that's really strong and clean up their technique than the other way around.
Still a good day for him. Locked in second place, 620 kilo total.
Solid day, Marcel. Congratulations.
Absolutely. And here comes our gold medal puller, lifter of the day, Daryl Foster for the 125 Open. 633 pounds being loaded on the bar. He hits this, he has a perfect deadlift day, walks off with the gold medal, and a 705 kilo total to boot. He's given props to the refs before he even takes the lift. He says, watch closely, everybody. This is how it's done. Crossing that 700 kilo total threshold is a big milestone, too.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Come on, Daryl, finish the day strong.
Sets the grip, gets the wedge in.
Stay with it, Daryl. Ah, just a little too much. Awesome job. Still getting 690 kilos for a total.
Solid day, man.
First place, 125 kg open.
Solid day for Daryl.
Can't complain about that, man. Gave
now
everything
big,
he got.
330 kilos, 727 for Ryan O'Connor. So Ryan had a rocky start to the day with squat going 1 for 3 there, and he's making up a lot of ground with his deadlift today.
Absolutely. This is our last lift of the entire
Ryan O'Connor's feeling it.
Feels so poetic to end the day on such a high note here. A nice heavy deadlift. Let's see it, Ryan.
Sets that grip, gets the wedge.
Just a little too much on the day.
What a hell of a day, man.
Yeah, really good weekend all around. A couple of audio and technical issues. We casted the whole morning session and none of it recorded. You all missed the greatest casting session of all time, but that's okay.
It was so good that we'll never see it.
It was so good that it's in the void now. It's gone. Anyway, that'll do it for the Mid-Atlantic Regionals 2024. Mike, thank you so much for commentating with me, man.
It's always a pleasure.
We will definitely be back for other meets, for sure. We'll have a great time. To everybody that watched, thank you. Everybody who came in person, shout out to the spotters, loaders, everyone who runs and set up these meets. 110%, Whitetail Lifting Co., all our sponsors. Shout out to Spider Powerlifting, man.
Yeah, those guys.
Shameless plug over here.
Shameless plug, man.
If you're looking to get started with powerlifting, Mike DeMayo's your guy. Hit him up on
guy.
Instagram, Spider Powerlifting. That's it for me, man.
Yeah, no, that's the day. Regionals is a wrap. Thank you again, everybody that watched, everybody that tuned in, supporting your friends, supporting your family on the stream.
All 16 of them watching. We love
all
it.
16 of you, we love you. So, thanks again, guys.
Yep.
My name's Mike DeMayo.
Signing out. See you later. Peace.